Hey guys, Coffin Skate here with my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 game collection. I'm doing both my PS1 and PS2 collection in this video because I don't have nearly as many PS1 games as I do PS2, so I don't really have enough to dedicate an entire video to just PS1 games. So for me, I'd probably say I'd need like 20 plus games for me personally. That would pretty much be the limit for me for doing a separate video just dedicated to one collection of games, but it's just me. Maybe that's a bit of over-exaggeration, but I digress. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of games for the PS1. PS2, I have quite a bit. I want to say I'm getting near like probably 40 games. So yeah. That being said, let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with PS1. Card games, just a collection of different poker games, like blackjack and whatnot. 7-card stud poker, 5-card draw. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, I haven't played this in years, so I can't really say much about it. I remember getting this from my grandma, so yeah. I do also have a disc-only copy of Atlantis in here. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Huge fan of the movie, and the game itself is actually really good. It follows the movie pretty well, so yeah. I really like it, so yeah. It's one of the few movie licensed games I have, so yeah. Croc, The Legend of the Gobos. This is in my opinion, a great 3D platformer. I know some people hate this game, and I can see why, especially in the way the gameplay, because like, compared to other 3D platformers out there, this one is kind of dated, but this one is still a lot of fun in my opinion. I played this a lot as a kid and I absolutely loved it, so yeah. Final Fantasy VII. I'm ashamed to say I never beat this one. Excellent RPG. I got quite a ways through Disc 1 and that's as far as I got, so yeah. I need to go out and get a Black Label copy of this. Same for Croc. But yeah, I really like the battle system in Final Fantasy VII. From what I played of it, so Final Fantasy 12, sorry, not Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 9, this is currently my favorite Final Fantasy game. It is also one of the few numbered Final Fantasy games I've beaten. I absolutely love this game. I love the story, the characters, the music, just an amazing game. If you haven't played this yet, highly recommend this, and you can get this on like 80 billion different platforms. Gosh, I cannot talk right now. Metal Gear Solid, great stealth game. I'm ashamed to say I never beat this one either. However, it is a great stealth game. Definitely one of the best entries in the series. I did get up to like the Raven boss on Disc 2, but that's as far as I got. So, but I really like this game. It's a great game. Huge fan of the series in general. So yeah, I'd probably say the Metal Gear Solid series is my favorite stealth game franchise. Next up is Parasite Eve. I need to get a Black Label copy of this as well. But this game is amazing. This is an amazing action RPG. If you've not heard of this, it's essentially it's a survival horror game with RPG elements. That's essentially what it is, and it is amazing. If you haven't played this yet, it is worth checking out. You can get this off on the PlayStation Store as well. So yeah, but I absolutely love this. This was, I remember seeing one of my siblings watch videos on this game, and I thought it looked interesting. And my mom had played this before I was born, actually, so yeah, but yeah, it's a great RPG. I absolutely love it. Tekken 3. For the longest time, this is my favorite Tekken game. Now that I go to Tekken 5 with all the content, with the amount of content it has, albeit I prefer Tekken 7 for the more fast and fluid gameplay of that game. But I digress. I love Tekken 3. This was a game from my childhood. I never owned this game, so I'm very happy to have gotten this earlier this year, but I absolutely love Tekken 3. It's a great fighting game. Spec Ops Stealth Patrol. I've actually only played this like once. I got it really cheap at a card store that also sells video games, so I haven't played it all too much, so I can't say too much about it. I do want to play the one Spec Ops game, Spec Ops The Line, because I really enjoyed the demo. Tomb Raider 3, got this at a garage sale years ago. I've only played this like once or twice. This game is dated as hell in terms of like controls and whatnot, so kind of not really fun to play by today's standards. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about like all the more newer action games I've played, or action adventure games, especially Tomb Raider, especially the Tomb Raider reboot from 2013. But yeah, it's hard for me to go back to playing any of these old school Tomb Raider games. So yeah. So that's it for the PS1. I do also want to mention I have a PS1 Classic that I've hacked the living hell out of. So I have like tons of different games on there, from RPGs to some fighting games, and just games that I've always wanted to play for a while. So yeah. Now moving on to the PS2. The PS2 is my favorite console of all time. There are just so many great games on it, and you're gonna see here. So yeah. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I know this game gets a lot of hate. I really bought this because I've been really in the mood to play your Castlevania games after watching the Castlevania anime. So, again, I've only played a little bit of this. Before I played it, it's honestly not bad in my opinion. To me, it kind of feels like a Devil May Cry game in terms of gameplay. That might be why I kind of like this, but I don't know. I haven't played it a whole lot, so I can't say too much about it. I know that game gets a lot of hate, though. I do have Curse of Darkness on the Xbox, but I want to see about getting it on the PS2. Champions Turn Arms. This game is a great dungeon crawl RPG that I played a lot with my siblings and my dad. We just had a lot of fun playing this. We never finished it, but it's a great dungeon crawl RPG, and it was pretty deep from... like, I hadn't played an RPG like that before, so at the time when I first started playing it, so it was pretty different compared to other RPGs I had played. So like before then, really the only RPG I played was Kingdom Hearts, so yeah. Dark Cloud, I've actually not played much of this either. Great, I'm starting off with PS2 games I've barely played, but anyways, this game, like I said, I've only played this like once or twice. I love the concept of it though. I mean, the idea that you go into dungeons, it's a action RPG, but you go into dungeons, you find pieces and use those pieces to put towns back together. I don't know, it seemed really interesting. Again, I haven't played this a lot, so I can't really say too much about it. Devil May Cry 1. This is from the 5th anniversary set, as you can tell right there. So I need to see, I have Devil May Cry 2, which I'll get to in a second, but I need to start getting Devil May Cry 3 for that, from that set. And I need a manual for this game as well, so... And I need to start getting like the box for it as well. So, but anyways, this is my favorite hack and slash video game franchise of all time. It's one of my favorite video game franchises of all time in general, but I absolutely love this game. It's dated compared to other hack and slash games that you can get now, but this is still worth checking out. And then Devil May Cry 2, which, I mean, I haven't played this version a whole lot. I played and beat this in the HD version, on the HD collection. Same with this. Surprised to see that this game is actually 2 discs. I've not seen a 2-disc PS2 game before. Anyways, this game, my least favorite Devil May Cry game in the series. It's still not a bad game. I still find it to be pretty fun, but it's really easy, and it's, for one, and I feel like they took all the heart and soul that Dante had in the first game, so yeah, didn't really feel like the same character. Dot Hack Part 1 Infection. I've not actually played this game all too much either. However, from what I have played of it, it's a pretty interesting RPG. It's essentially a MMORPG, but it's a single player only. So yeah, just watch some gameplay of it just so you can get a better idea of what I mean. But it's a pretty interesting game from what I played of it. I did also watch the anime, the OVA that's on here. Shit. But yeah, this is also the only dot hack game I have. The other ones are just really expensive, so... But yeah, I do want to get the other parts, though, because I feel like this would be an RPG I'd be really into. So yeah. I should also see about watching the anime. Duel Masters. I remember playing this a lot when I was a kid. I haven't played it in such a long time, but I just remember playing this a lot. I was really into this game as well, so yeah. Dynasty Warriors 4. This is the only Dynasty Warriors game I have. I haven't played it in a while, but I need to see about getting a new copy. This copy's really beat up, and the game is scratched to hell and back. It still plays, but I just need a new copy of this. But anyways, this game is so much fun. It's hard for me to play any Dynasty Warriors games for me nowadays, because after playing games like Devil May Cry and whatnot, I just find it hard to play games like this. So yeah, it's not a bad game by any means, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting because Persona 5 Scramble is a Dynasty Warriors style game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm a big fan of Persona 5. Can't wait for Persona 5 Royal as well. Final Fantasy 12, this is the collector's edition. I kind of have this, I guess. I was borrowing this game off a friend, and they didn't really ask me, or ask if they asked for it back, so I guess it's kind of mine now. I don't know. I don't know, but anyways, here I come across this. It's the person who I borrowed this game from, and if you ever come across this, if you ever see this, for whatever reason, hi, do you want this back? But anyways, I have played a little bit of this, though. I don't really remember being that into it. It just felt too slow for me, and in terms of the gameplay, and I didn't really, I don't know, so I don't know, wasn't really a big fan of this. But however, I've heard the remaster that came out a few years ago was actually really, or like a year or so ago. I heard that's actually really good, so I might give it another go. Might see if I can do that and give the game another go. Gauntlet Dark Legacy, another one of my favorite cooperative dungeon crawlers. If you haven't played this yet, is a lot of fun. I can get this on like 360, or not 360, Xbox, GameCube. I just remember having a lot of fun with this. I'm a big Gauntlet fan in general, so yeah, I absolutely love the series. I also played the arcade version when I was visiting my aunt down in North Carolina, and it was hard, but it was still fun, so. Gran Turismo 3, I lost the disc to this, but I remember having a lot of fun playing this. So I need to see if I can get another copy of it. I still have the manual, though, so. But yeah, there is a game in here, though. It's NASCAR Thunder 2002. I'm not a fan of NASCAR, so. Though I won't get shit for this, so I'm just going to keep it, so. But yeah, I had a teensy bit of fun with it, though. And here, this is just an empty case. This is just a random case, but it does have a game in it. Guitar Hero, need a complete copy of this as well. But anyways, this game is dated as hell. It's not really that fun to play. At times, it's unplayable compared to the newer Guitar Heroes, but it is fun to play every once in a while just to see how the series started. So yeah. Guitar Hero 2, the Xbox 360 version of this is way better, but the PS2 is still a great alternative. Sorry about that. This is a great game, though. I absolutely love Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero, in general, is one of my favorite music rhythm games, and while Guitar Hero 3 is my favorite, it's still a great game. Again, I just prefer the 360 version, which I need to see about getting. I need to see about picking up an Xbox 360 in general. Guitar Hero and Core Rocksteady's, this is pretty much a mod of Guitar Hero 2. That's why I consider this. This is pretty much a mod that was released as a full-on game, and released at, I don't know if this is released at full price, but anyways, this game, it's good. This is really when they started to milk the series to death, so yeah. The Incredibles, this is a childhood game of mine. This is a game from my childhood. This isn't my original copy, but this is just a copy I bought from Play and Trade. I bought this alongside Dot Hack. But I love this game. It hasn't really aged well in terms of combat, but it's still a really fun action platformer. And it follows the movie pretty well as well. So I feel like the PS2 era was like the end of good movie tie-in games. So yeah. Kingdom Hearts, I have 2 copies here. This one I got for my birthday years ago, and then this one I bought, what was it, last year? Yeah, I think I bought this last year. But it's a classic. I haven't beaten this version, I'm ashamed to say that, but it's hard for me to go back to this version after playing the HD version on PS3 and then when they re-released it on PS4, so, but Great version of the game though. It's hard to go back to it. So I would say only get it if you don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One or a PS3. So yeah, I'd say Xbox One because the 1.5 plus 2.5 collection and the 2.8 collection are both coming to Xbox One, which is about goddamn time. I just hope they both get a physical release. Kingdom Hearts 2. This is to my heart my favorite game of all time. Absolutely love Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, to my mind I would say Persona 4, but this game will just always remain my favorite game of all time to my heart. No pun intended, by the way. I just love the hell out of this. To me, this game has the best combat in the series. Yes, even over Kingdom Hearts 3, which, don't get me wrong, is an amazing game, but I still prefer Kingdom Hearts 2. This one, like I said, to me had the best combat, best selection of worlds, and it was just an overall really fun game. Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memories, or the remake to Chain of Memories, my least favorite of all the Kingdom Hearts games. Yes, even for recoded over this, which I never finished that game, but while I feel like the story in this game is more interesting than recoded, at least recoded has the core Kingdom Hearts gameplay. This is just a card game. So if this was not part of the Kingdom Hearts series, I'd say this is a great game, but I don't know, I prefer the other Kingdom Hearts games over this. Mega Man X Collection, a nice sort of compilation of some of the Mega Man X games. It includes Mega Man X 1 through 6, as well as the Mega Man Battle and Chase Racing game, which never made its way over here to the US, and it's unlockable, so I haven't unlocked it because I suck at the Mega Man games. I suck at 2D platformers in general, but this game is a lot of fun, though. Playing the Mega Man X games is really fun. And like I said, this is a great compilation. However, this is a dated compilation by the fact that there is the Mega Man X Legacy Collections on current gen platforms. So I'd say get that over this. But this is still a great version. You can get this on the GameCube as well. Power Drome. This game is not fun. I played this a lot as a kid, and when I was younger I thought this was a great game, but I went back to this like a few years ago and it's just not fun, so yeah. I still have it though, because why do I still have that over Motocross Mania 3 and Ford Racing 3? I don't know. I thought both those games were better. Resident Evil 4, it's Resident Evil 4, I don't really say much about it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I prefer the more survival horror, I've mentioned this before, I prefer the more survival horror feel of the other Resident Evils, like Resident Evil 1 through 3, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 1 Remake, you get the idea. But this game I have the most fond memories with. I love the hell out of this. I prefer some of the other versions over the PS2 version, even though I haven't played much of this version, but this is a great version of the game. I have it on PS4 and Wii as well. Resident Evil Outbreak. This is a great Resident Evil. I feel like, though, if this was released on modern platforms with like some enhancements and with the online, and for the love of God, better load times, I feel like I would enjoy the hell out of this even more. So yeah, and I feel like this would be a really popular game as well. So, and yes, I said better load. I say fix the load times for a remaster, because the one thing I did not remember about this game was how bad the load times were. I did not realize how bad the load times were in this game until I played this again recently. Or I played this like a few weeks ago. That's another thing. This isn't my original copy either. I got this game at Comic-Con, so, but yeah, oddly enough, my original copy wasn't a Blockbuster case. However, it wasn't like this where there's a second disc here. So, but I love this game. It's just hard. It's just not fun to play now because of those long ass load times. Sega Superstars Tennis, great tennis game. These are kinds of sports games that I enjoy. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of like the more realistic, more, I guess you could say, simulator-like sports games like Madden or FIFA or something like that. Oddly enough, some sick part of me wants to get into NBA 2K, so yeah, even though I've heard the more recent ones have just been garbage. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. This is a great RPG. I've only played this, I only got like 10, no, I actually got 13 hours into this. Shame to say I never beat this. So when I get the chance, I will go back and finish this, because this is a sick as fuck RPG. I love the music, I love the battle system, and the visuals are just trippy as hell. Like, that's the kind of game you'd not want to play while high or drunk. I shit you not, because of how trippy the visuals are. So, also, like, I had heard that this game was brutally hard, but I was not expecting, but it was harder than I thought it would be, so yeah. Also, I like the fact that Dante's in this game, Dante from Devil May Cry series. That's where that meme spawned. This is the game that spawned to that meme, by the way. Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 3 FES, and Persona 4. I didn't really get too far into Persona 3. I actually borrowed a copy of this like a year or so ago from a friend, you know, it took me so long to return the game, and I still feel bad about it. So if you ever, the person I borrowed this game from, she watches my videos. So when you see this, hi, how you doing? I apologize. I still feel bad for borrowing your copy of this game for way too long. But anyways, either way, I didn't really play this game a whole lot because I didn't really like the lack of. I didn't really like the idea of. Oh. My sister's funny. Anyways, I didn't really like the fact that that you didn't really have much control over your party members. You control you change their tactics, but you couldn't change them to direct command, so you couldn't choose what individual command you wanted them to do, or what was the exact command you wanted your party members to do. And that was the big turnoff for me. I loved the concept of the story, and I liked. And I love the music, but that's really about it. So, that being said, I hope they do like some sort of remaster for this game, alongside a port of Persona 4 Golden for current gen platforms, and I would hope that they would add a direct commands option to this version of the game. So yeah. And then Persona 4, this is the game that got me into the series. I still need to play all the other Persona games. I need to beat Persona 3. I will go back to that eventually, though, I swear, but. This game, it's like I said with Kingdom Hearts 2, when I was talking about that game, this is like my favorite game of all time to my mind, because this game has so many relatable characters, and the characters are, in general, are hilarious. I love the story, I love the music, I love the battle system. I still remember trying out the first 3 hours of this game on an emulator, and while like it was yesterday, and while the game ran like ass on my PC at the time, it was still a lot of fun going through what I played of this game. So I loved it so much. I asked for a copy of it for Christmas, and I ended up getting it. So I played that so much on the PS2, and then I got the Vita version, which is even better. So, but if you haven't played Persona 4, you can actually get Persona 4 off the PlayStation Store as a PS2 Classics for PS3. Same with Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne and Persona 3 FES. Definitely go for it. Or if you have a PS Vita, there's Persona 4 Golden as well, which, like I said, is a much better version of Persona 4. It's the same game with extra content, and they streamline a lot of stuff in the game, so yeah. I'm going to skip through these next three quickly, because I only played them once, and they're pretty much all the same games. So yeah, SingStar 90s, SingStar Legends, I don't plan on keeping these two. Actually, I probably won't get much for them, so I'm just going to keep them. And SingStar Pop. This one I'm definitely keeping because there are some good songs on there, so yeah. But yeah, back when that series was popular, it was a pretty cool karaoke game, kind of. SOCOM 2, this is a game I actually want to see a remaster for, because they shut the servers down for this game like a few years ago, and I want to see a remaster of this game because I feel like this would be a game I'd actually be really into, because of the multiplayer. Not so much for the single player, but the multiplayer seems like, I feel like I'd probably be really into the multiplayer. Plus, I want to see how multiplayer shooters got their start with the online on consoles. So, Soul Calibur 3, one of my favorite fighting games of all time. I mean, my favorite Soul Calibur is a toss between 2 and 3, but yeah, I absolutely love Soul Calibur 3. So it's one of my favorites. It's like I said, it's tossed between 2 and 3. Like, I like the amount of content that's in 3, but I like Soul Calibur 2 because of the gameplay. So yeah. Tekken 4, I haven't played this one a whole lot, but from what I played of it, not a bad fighting game. I just prefer the other Tekkens. Tekken 5, probably my favorite because of the amount of content in here. I prefer Tekken 7 for the gameplay, but I prefer this for the amount of content. So yeah, just a great game. Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. This game, this is my first time playing Twisted Metal Head-On. I have the PSP version as well, but PS2 version is really good. I absolutely love this version of the game. It's Twisted Metal Head-On with a new level and 4 levels that weren't in Twisted Metal Black. So yeah, plus some other extra content. Wipeout Fusion, haven't played this a whole lot. I played this a decent amount when I was a kid. I haven't played it in such a long time, but I do remember it being kind of a fun racer. I haven't played much of the other Wipeout games in the series though. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels of the Roses. This is a fucking badass game. If you haven't heard of this, this is essentially Yu-Gi-Oh! With... Take chess and apply all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! Into it, but they change up some of the cards to work alongside how this game plays. So if you haven't played this yet, it is so worth checking out. Kind of want to see them do a remaster of this, because this game was badass. I didn't end up finishing it though, because I'll admit I'm shit at Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm much better at Magic the Gathering than I am Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah. And Zone of the Enders. I've played this a little bit on PS3 and 360. I never ended up finishing this game though, but I will do that at some point because I love the idea of this game. It sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. This is essentially like a kind of a 3D sort of mech fighting game. So yeah, pretty interesting. It's also made by Hideo Kojima. So yeah, if you haven't played this a lot, I just got this version of the game because it's done by Hideo Kojima, and it also has the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, so yeah. Yeah, I will start playing this at some point, so yeah. So there you have it, that is my PS2 game collection. Fun fact, this is actually my second time recording this, because I tried recording this the other day, and I ran out of space on my phone, so I had to delete that video, and then this is the sort of re-recording of it, so yeah, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite PS2 game is, and what your favorite PS1 game is. For me, it's, I'd say Final Fantasy IX for PS1, in the way of PS1. For PS2, Kingdom Hearts 2, to my heart, to the nostalgic person in me, to the younger child in me. But Persona 4 for the more older side, pretty much like I said, Kingdom Hearts 2 to my heart, no pun intended, but Persona 4 to my mind. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Confiscate signing off, and as always, peace out, my friends.